You've always said that you have no problem saying no when friends ask you to do something benevolent.
When anybody asks me to do anything.
When anybody asks you to do anything.
Actually, that's not true. Sometimes work asks me to do stuff, and I have no interest in doing it, but I do it just because it's work.
No. Okay, that's part of the job.
No.
So my buddy Jamal works for the Minnesota Vikings, and he asked me if I could do his son's 5th grade graduation ceremony.
Fifth grade graduation.
There's a 0% chance I'd say yes to that.
I don't even know if they call it graduation. Don't they call it something different now?
Yeah, whatever
like you're
it is.
moving on, whatever.
What do you say
Commencement? I don't know. What do they call it?
I don't even know.
There is
I just have a hard time saying no, so I guess I agreed to do it.
Why? Well, you're stupid.
He does say no. He doesn't say no to anything.
I know. I mean, why would you agree to it? Are you just so bored?
No, I'm definitely not bored, but it's a friend asking me for a favor.
He feels bad. He feels bad saying
he's doing a friend a solid.
Yeah. But I mean, I definitely don't love it, but first of all, he was asked by the principal, I guess. They're like, you work for an NFL team. Could you get somebody from the NFL? And he landed on me.
Yeah, they were hoping he could pull like Justin Jefferson or somebody silly.
I mean, you want to talk about D-list. I mean, first of all, you're doing it to 5th graders, so no one will know who you are.
Yeah.
They don't even know what radio is.
Right.
5th graders don't even know what radio is.
Yeah, try to explain to them what radio is and watch their eyes.
Well, I know Cakes gave a speech. He did a commencement speech at Magruder.
Yeah.
His son's
and he
high
just
school.
reminded
I also
me.
thought that was insanity.
He reminded
pulled
me that,
it off.
Well, it's called a one and done. I'll never do it.
He reminded me there was
way too much pressure.
He said that there was 1,000 people at his.
Yeah.
Well, it's just going to be an elementary school. It's going to be like 60 people.
No pressure whatsoever.
Yeah, I mean, it's a nothing burger, but it's something to do. And I would actually feel some pressure because there are adults in the room.
Yeah, they're going to be teachers.
And, and if you bomb it, they're going to make fun of you.
What are you going to say to 100 5th graders?
I doubt it's 100.
Whatever it is.
Yeah. Chase your dream.
One 5th grader.
Chase your dream? 5th grader? They didn't even know what it
I know. What do you suggest?
I don't know. Try Fruit Loops.
Yeah, 5th grader's dream is I want to be a Pokemon.
Yeah. I mean, I can't believe that you agreed to that.
I can.
I agreed to nothing.
Yeah, but if I say no, then I'm like a jerk to my friend.
Not. You say, listen, this is what I'd say, listen, I really appreciate it, and I wish I could help you out, but I really don't do well in those situations. I'm not comfortable. Recommend my friend Lurch. He likes to do that stuff.
That's what you've done a bunch to me.
Yeah,
by the way, that's happened to me over the years.
And then they'll say, they'll send me the date. And I'll look at the date and go, "Oh, I'm sorry, I'm busy.
Yeah,
I got something going on.
I got something scheduled."
Even if I don't,
never. I just say, listen, I'm not comfortable doing that kind of thing. It's not my wheelhouse. But my buddy JP, he likes to do that stuff. He'll do anything.
I mean, I only usually do it like once a year. I'll say yes. I did your brother's
the Kaleidoscope event,
whatever it was called.
Yeah, they have a big event over at the Mather for the music program. They have a massive music program over there, and I don't know, 500 students involved in the program, like half the school. And
it was very impressive.
It's a massive event.
Yeah.
And they've had like James Brown MC it. They've had like Tony Perkins MC it.
And they stooped to me one year.
And of course he's asked me, and I go, are you kidding? I will never, ever do that.
Yeah.
Ever. I won't even announce the swim meets or I won't even get on. I won't never.
Nope.
Now I did say no to this because I've been roped into the swim meet thing. If you're a parent of a swimmer in the summer, they need volunteers for everything.
Yeah.
Volunteer timers, everything. Right. So I became the B meet announcer, and B meets are not as frequent, and you don't have to read everybody's name. It's a lot. It's actually an easier gig. They asked me this year because the A meet guy, his kid's going to graduate.
Right.
Stepping down. They said, could you do the A meets, or do you want to sit with him this year? Like he's going to mentor me.
Are you kidding?
And I said, no, I'm okay. I'll just stick with the B
That's
meets.
a debacle.
Yeah, you need to get out of that hustle, dude.
But I'm not a Mike Wise type. Like there's it's just meat and potatoes.
Mike Wise, now
I don't dress up as Batman.
Where does Mike live now? You said Colombia?
I don't know.
I thought you said Panama.
I know it's Mexico.
Yeah, I think it's Panama. He was in Mexico City for a while.
Mike was a member of my pool for a couple of years, and Mike would get into it, and Mike loves doing shtick. And Mike would wear like a cape.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like he likes doing
I'm mean potatoes. The only thing that I do is I do play music between.
Oh, I would. Yeah, I mean, I just would never. I don't even like to play charity golf tournaments. I play like one or two because Squirrel's got me playing in his. I told him I don't want to play in it. I don't want to pay.
Oh, come on, EB, you gotta play.
So
I'll pay
I
for you.
literally am playing in it only because he's my friend,
Right.
but I'm not paying until the day of the event.
That's your protest.
Yeah, I'm not paying until the day of the event because I resent it.
And
You
you're
should-
bitching and moaning
Because I
about
don't want to play
it
it.
every day
I
leading up to
don't want to play it.
So you're kind of like him. You can't say no to him.
Well,
you can't say no to
that's
Glenn.
a close friend. That's
Yeah,
not
he
like
is.
a random friend. I mean, Jamal, maybe he's a great friend.
That's
of
not a
JP's.
random friend. I mean, he's been a friend of mine for 15 years.
I mean, he's probably a good friend of yours.
Yeah.
But
Well-
he won't say no to anybody.
I will say no to some people.
I mean, if I
I said
asked
no
him
to
do that-
coaching basketball
I think-
this season.
Okay.
I was recruited to coach basketball. I passed.
Yeah.
But it's hard sometimes when it's
The last
it's a-
year
like
or
it's
two
a
I coached
fifth grade
basketball
graduation.
literally ruined my life. Because we were going in for the slaughter every set. I couldn't handle it.
oh, you were the yes.
I hated it. I don't like losing like that.
Right.
We were just losing. The kids were terrible. I'm sure I wasn't great, but it's just I hated it. It made me hate basketball. I just do you like just going in there and just knowing you're going to get your ass
No,
taking
it's
a
not
beating?
fun.
just taking a beat down?
No, it
It's
sucks.
been a long time since I coached and just took a beating. I mean, immediately when I think about taking a beating, I do think about like our days playing basketball together.
That's
Oh yeah, a
true,
lot
too.
of beatings administered
Coach
to,
Neal took beatings
to those teams.
Right. When we played all the hills.
I mean, if I were him,
Yes.
I would have been slugging Coors Lights
Silver Hill.
during the
we played
practices.
Silver Hill, Landover
Oxon
Hills,
Hill,
Oxon
Landover
Hill. We
Hills.
always go over
It's an
there.
infamous story.
We just take the beat down. His kids are dunking. We had a kid he didn't even like his armpits to show because he had hair on his armpits.
I'm disappointed. You should have just told Squirrel no. I mean, if you really don't. I
He
mean,
wants
what's
me
the
to
charity? What is he curing cancer?
It's like his kid's baseball team or something. I mean,
That's hardly a real charity.
charity.
That's not even a charity. It's
I
just a
don't know.
fundraiser.
I don't know. I
That
don't want.
sounds like
anything-
a racket. What,
I don't want anything to do with
Hey,
it. But
did
he's
you-
my friend.
have
with
they
my
ever heard
friend.
of car washes?
Did you
Going-
pose it to him? I'll pay for it, but I'm not going to play in the event.
No, but that might be my next.
But for a guy who plays
I don't
golf,
want to pay, though.
What happened? What happened to Joe Corby
but
pizza?
for a guy who plays golf all the time, why do you hate it so much?
I don't know. I like to just
Because
Play
you
my
probably
own
would be in a
shit.
group with your
That'll be fun.
friends.
No, this will be with my
Charity-
friends. That'll be fun. But
Charity's different.
they just-
Charity team
it's just like an
tournaments
all day
Yes.
thing, and it's just
takes forever.
takes forever.
It'd be a 6-hour
It's not
round.
really like my thing. I like to just kind of play and suffer my own misery.
I don't play in a ton of charity golf tournaments, but I did one last year, and I've done the Purple Heart a bunch.
Yeah,
I mean, it's not terrible. You just play golf with your friends.
it's a thing for me. I don't know.
Tell those kids to go get a coupon card and go door to door like everyone else did.
Yeah, and earn their keep.
What a
don't know.
racket!
I don't know. I don't
Have a
want.
bunch of rich guys pay for our,
Yeah.
our tournaments.
Listen, I'm gonna pay him on the last day. I'm gonna pay him on the last day.
So passive
We're actually
aggressive.
looking for a fourth, and I go, well, if we got Valdez, we would win the event. It's a guarantee we'd win the event.
Good
But-
prizes.
I'm sure.
Hey, I take that 50-50, shove it in my pocket.
Yeah.
Valdez
Yeah.
don't pay
Give
either.
it
Yeah,
back.
but I said Valdez
Give
not gonna
it
pay.
back.
I won't pay.
Matt won't say this, but Matt doesn't talk to somebody anymore who made him pay one time.
Made him pay for an event.
Yeah, and didn't tell him.
Really?
Oh, really?
I'm intrigued to know who
He's
this
not your
is.
friend. Hold on, you're not friends anymore.
I'm horning him.
We're friends. We're still friends.
But
Yeah,
not
there's
the
friction.
same.
There's
but not
definitely
the
friction
same.
there.
I got invited to be a part of this foursome for a
Right. Was
charity.
it at a super swanky place?
It wasn't super swanky, but it was a country club.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, it's not like the elite of the elite,
Mm-hmm.
but I got asked to play, and he said, "Yeah, come on out." And we all wore the same kind of clothing and
Right,
everything.
yeah,
we had
made
an
a
all
whole
team,
thing.
whatever.
Then you had to write a check?
I walk in there, and he goes, "Yeah, it's just registration." I walk up to the registration, and the guy goes, "Yeah, that's $175."
Right.
Right.
And I said, "What?"
You're like, I thought I was on Scully.
Yeah.
What's happening here?
This one's way more than that.
Really?
I mean, more than that. Yeah.
Yeah. What's the
It's probably
damage?
250.
I know something like that.
By the end of us running the Craig Walden tournament, it seemed like that price kept going up
Oh, yeah.
every year. It was like,
Sure.
let's just add another $25
That
per
one,
person.
I was super proud because we raised money for
Yeah.
like Children's Hospital.
Yeah.
Not.
Yeah, but it was always
That was
JP
hard
and
to
I
do.
doing the live auctions.
Yeah.
And after a
Yeah,
while,
see, we couldn't say no.
we're squeezing blood from a stone.
How many charity auctions did I do? Zero.
Zero.
Yeah, probably
Zero.
Zippy.
Yeah.
No, we would never do that.
Yeah.
we would get the auction items
Right.
provided
Oh,
for.
I
But
hated asking people for auction
I know.
items.
It's,
Well, Jason and I emceed the Cal Ripken event for our pal John Maroon.
Are you guys doing that again?
Well,
this fall?
the next
No.
year,
They never
Jason
invited you
Jason
well, it was on a
Duff.
Thursday.
No, I did it. I did it the next year with his son because
Yeah, I saw
Jason
his
bowed
son.
out.
His son is now doing
Well,
like
yeah, because it was in Annapolis on a Thursday night. We were down there till like midnight.
I think it's Ryan Ripken,
Yeah,
right? I
yes,
think
yes.
Ryan and some other dude are doing like whiskey tastings or something, like YouTube special. Have you seen that? They're
I
going
haven't.
around Baltimore and they're finding
Nice.
like the best places that serve old fashions or something.
That sounds like a good gig.
Yeah,
Everybody's trying to get viral.
everybody's got a hustle.
Everybody's got to find your niche.
Cal Ripken's thing was cool though because Eddie Murray was
Those
there,
old guys, yeah.
Brady Anderson was
Yeah.
there, B.J. Surhoff was
Were
there,
they pounded drinks? Were they having a
Larry
good time?
Sheets was there. Larry Sheets
Scoop of
was there.
vanilla, scoop of chocolate.
son's a
Don't waste
stud.
my time.
Who else? Pat Sajak was there.
Right.
Am I missing some guys? I'm sure I am, but that was pretty cool. And the property was unbelievable.
Big Jonathan
sick.
Ogden.
Ogden was there.
Yeah.
Or maybe that was the next year. I went with Stumper.
You didn't have to MC the next year.
No, I did. I emceed it with Ryan.
Oh,
Guy
because
loves
Lurch only-
MCing.
you didn't
Yeah,
want to
'cause
do it
Lurch
the second time.
bailed.
You bailed.
But then
said,
I think
"Not
I got
interested."
demoted because now I think they just use Ryan.
That's fine. It's all, you know what? You're fine with that.